Good afternoon, man, Liptions. How is everybody doing? Welcome to your bias guide for the week. This week, we're covering new arrivals section because, my word, there are some really cool products and I really want to review them. Please, brands, if you're watching any of these, you could send them to me. I'll be very happy to review it. Please, pretty please. I'm sort of somewhat begging a little bit while trying not to remain pathetic in my begging. But yes, it's a good week. And if you're looking specifically for cooler products or a new case to deal with the new heat that is rolled into South Africa, as we are already experiencing 29-degree highs, nearly 30 degrees, and it's supposed to be spring. The summer's going to be wild, so maybe it's time to get some water cooling, and I have many good options for you on that front. And the 7700 XTs and 7800 XTs have dropped from MD and they are in stock, so we're going to detail those as well. So sit back, relax, and enjoy the top 10. Starting things off with an honorable mention, Playseat is now available at Evetech, and what a myriad of very cool things that they have over here, just with some tasty price tags attached to them. I've got to say the actual Evolution base seat is kind of well priced. If you consider to buy a frame plus a decent chair, you're going to spend like 7k plus anyway. In this instance, obviously it's all in one and the chair is attached to that, but that's not a lot of premium to get a completely fully functionally built frame, which is going to be a little bit better in general. If you don't want one with a center pillar, you're gonna have to go into kind of the extremes over here at the bottom, but they've got every variety and flavor, which is kind of nice. Mercedes MG, Red Bull editions, like everything's now available at Evetech, which is kind of sick. But starting off the top 10 at number 10, it's the new Deepcool digital coolers. They come in two different flavors. I'll show you the big one now, but look on top, it's got a little temp scale, so same as the mesh digital case. They've now just throwing on digital panels. You'll see some of the new cases with it a little bit later in the top 10 as well, and it just looks absolutely fantastic. Build quality in these is awesome. Installation couldn't be easier. You literally have two screws on the other side, which then attach to a bracket which you install before that, and then after that, maintenance is like easy as falling out of a boat in choppy water. You unclip the fan, undo the two screws, like completely uninhibited. The design on these is fantastic. Build quality is 10 out of 10, and they come with a 3-year warranty to boot. And like I said, you can get it in a fat boy setup as well. So if you need like 260 watt cooling for your 13700K, you want to run it at full chat, you can do it with actual proper fan cooling for a change. Coming in number 9, we've got the Cougar Poseidon Elite. It's another new cooler from them with a really cool looking infinity mirror type pump head. I've got to say, this looks fantastic. It also looks like it bolts directly into the brackets on the motherboard, which is a big plus for me because it just ease of installation and use is always just going to be nice, right? They've got rubber mounted fans, as you can see. There's rubber mounting on them. Not quite as premium as their other kits, but that price point, like, it's way cheaper. The fans also were pretty good, 2.4 millimeter H2O. That's the amount of area that it can push through a radiator before it starts losing some of its pressure. So that's a pretty good rating. Most fans are in the 1.6 to 1.8. So it's got pretty good fans. The price is pretty good as well. It's 1.4 for the 240 and 1.7 for the 360. So you can get it in either variant as well. At number 8, we've got the Deepcool. At least they're going to perform very similarly to the Cougars. They've just got more warranty. They are slightly more expensive, but the 3-year warranty compared to one, it's generally why they would pip for me. And these fans, while they don't have like nice rubber mounting and stuff in the corners, they are a little bit more entry level from that respect. The pump head as well is not a 3000 RPM, it's 2400. So it's a little bit lower on the RPM of the pump. It is a little bit more entry level setup, but they make up for that with incredibly good fans. They've put their very best fan blades into these. So the mountings are cheaper, but they've kept the good fan motor and blade setup to get you that airflow and that penetration through the radiator itself. And once again, 240 and a 360mm rad setup for under $2,000 for a kit of this kind of quality. It's very good bang for buck. Coming in at number 7, it's the return of an old faithful, just with a new name and look, but this is basically Corsair's 220T, and I absolutely love these cases for the extremely good dimensioning that they came with. You can see here it's 462mm end to end. They've quoted 360mm GPU support for this, so if you like a good clean Corsair case, this is probably the one I would suggest. Price versus performance here is going to be extremely good. It's got some 3.5 in the basement, like it ticks all of the right boxes. It's the 220T, but reinvented, basically. Just with a plain clean front, but with really good dimensioning. 280mm up top as well. This is one of the reasons I absolutely love this case. It's I built in quite a number of these. You can put bottom fans over here as well if you want. So yeah, you can pump up into that GPU. But 360 and 280mm up front, and 240 and 280mm up top. It's basically perfect. Like for most builds, this is going to be a very long-term case. So if you do like the way it looks, this is the nice thing with this. Cases are important to a lot of us, and the Corsairs are very, very clean. And number 6, it's the streamer bang for buck king in the 920S. This is one of the best webcams that you can get for the money. The premium ones like the Elgato face cam that I'm using right now are like in the 3.5 plus range. So it's 1.5 times the price. So yeah, it's a little bit almost double towards the price. So it's a little bit expensive compared. And that's the reason why it's in the top 10 today. Is just because these bang for buck wires are still pretty much untouched. They are absolutely fantastic for your streaming. They do have a pretty wide pickup angle as well. And it looks like there's some new added features and a nice new frame and nice little view hatch that you can close on it. So we love to see it, Logitech. Good job. Breaking into the top off at number 5. It's a budget upgrade kit. This is 4,100 Rand now. I'm kind of stunned at how cheap this is. As a base platform, this would come highly suggested for entry-level gaming because it's got the Ryzen 5 5500. It's got a decent little motherboard. Nothing to write home about, but enough that you'll be able to get by. You've got an M.2 slot over there. You're going to have only 2 DIMMs of RAM, so I would suggest you at least get it with the 16 gig. That's why it's 4,100. The base kit, can you believe it, is 3,500 Rand. Throw in the extra 600 bucks. Get the 2x8 gig kit, then you've got your dual channel. It's going to be 3600 megahertz as well, so nice quick RAM, entry level to premium DDR4. I use literally this exact kit on my system basically since its launch like 2 years ago, so I can attest to the quality and reliability and compatibility. They work with just about everything. So this is the best budget upgrade kit I've seen on Evetech in a while. At number 4, we've got this Deepcool, the CH560. It's the 2nd gen of this product, so it's kept the same sort of dimensions. But now look, it's got the flipping LCD screen on the side. I love this. This is so cool. It's such a nice little effect to have that on the side like that, and all the new mesh and stuff up front. It is looking uber clean from Deepcool. Once again, 2,300 bucks for this, completely mounted at the front with 3 140mm ARGB fans, PWM control as well. Like, these are 140s now up front. So this is going to probably be the best price versus performance airflow case that you can get, because their new blade and their new motors are absolutely fantastic from Deepcool. Everything I've used from them so far has been spectacular. And as you can see, they've made mounting for 280s up top and 360. Same with the front, plus the GPU sag bracket, plus the awesome little screen layout. Like, I'm loving it. You can see 380mm space, so you can put big boy GPUs in. This is like an end game case. This is like a final, you buy this and then you'll probably be replacing fans in like 5 years once the bearings start going. So yeah, Deepcool's knocked it out of the park with this new digital series. At number 3, we've got a premium boyki. It's the Cobra Pro. I absolutely loved the death out of V3. I thought they knocked it out of the park. I thought the design changes were fantastic. And this is basically a Viper Mini Plus. It's in between the Viper Mini and the Viper in size and dimension. It's got this very, common ergonomic shape to it. It is 77 grams, so it is a little bit on the heavier end for their wireless. But once you go sub 80 gram, honestly, it becomes a little bit much of a muchness. And yeah, this thing has 750 IPS worth of tracking and 70 G acceleration. No human being on planet Earth, even Simple himself, does not move that fast. So the chances of you skipping the sensor out are below 0. They're divided by 0. It is going to be an absolute animal, and you hope so at a 2,900 Rand price point, but it is sick. I would love to test one of these. Hey Razer, please man, where's the love? And number 2, we have this RX 7600 from Asrock. 3-year warranty on this sucker for 6 grand. This is the cheapest now graphics card, price versus performance wise. I've just done RX 7600 versus the RTX 4060, which I'll pop up over here so you can see the relative performance between the two GPUs. But if you're looking for the bang for buck gaming king, this is now it. Yes, it's white and it's very bright, and I know those fans, I gotta say, the fans are about the only detractor for me on this. Otherwise, the design, I gotta say, it's pretty clean. It looks pretty neat. I like the back of this with this digital sort of camo pattern on here. I think if you're building a white type case or PC, then this is gonna look absolutely fantastic. And these things are not exactly hard to keep cool, so they only pull like 180 watts, these cards, so it looks like more than enough cooling. It's actually quite a long boy, just looking at the length of the PCI Express slot and it almost being double behind that. It looks like the cooling is actually kind of overkill, so this bodes well for its future. I would say this is pretty much the best money you could spend on a GPU right now. Except for the number one spot, which is now shared by two Sapphire cards. The 7700 XT and the 7800 XT have landed. And if you've seen the Tech Power Up charts and the reviews that are coming out on this GPU, it is now the price versus performance king. And this particular model, there are cheaper ones, but there's nothing that looks like this. This thing looks so clean and so well built. It's kind of mind-blowing. I'm surprised that it's only coming with a 2-year warranty. I think that's definitely going to hurt Sapphire. If you agree, please let me know in the comments down below so I can gauge from you guys as well. But generally, I think as South Africans, we like to have a pretty good warranty on our products. So it's unfortunate that it is a 2-year, but these two are like the nicest looking GPUs around. And the 7800 XT is basically a 3080 now for 13,500 Rand. It's like a brand new out of the box. It's kind of nasty how good the price versus performance is here for general gaming performance. These are proper beefy boys. They've got a whole bunch of new streaming stuff that's coming out. AMD FSR 3.0 is on the horizon, so I think it was natural to put these at the number one spot when their price versus performance. I mean, 16 gigs of GDDR6 for that price alone is kind of nutty. So well done, AMD. Well done, Saffron. We give you many rounds of applauses. And then, my friends, is the top 10 new from the new arrival section. It actually took me longer than I care to admit to put that together because there were so many like cool new products. There's a bunch more there from Corsair as well, so do go and check it out on the new arrival section. It is a whole new subsection that Evetech has put into the website, so you can see when fresh new things come in, like C920S stock, which we haven't seen for a very long time, and now it's there with a whole new chassis and basically at the same price point it was before. ROE be damned. We do thank you guys out in the brands and stuff. And yeah, if there's something that I mentioned that one of you brands see and you want to send me a sample, please send me a sample. It would be very nice to play with your fancy new toys. Until then, hope you guys stay safe, keep well, and I will see you on the flip side.